What's going on, everybody? This is Max Ralph from PennLive. Wanted to introduce you to a little bit of a special edition of the Blue White Breakdown here. I got the chance recently, thanks to EA Sports, the makers of College Football 25, and then, of course, the new one that's coming out later this month, EA Sports College Football 26. They put me in connection with Penn State star running back Nicholas Singleton. Nick and I chatted for about 15 minutes. So the deal, of course, Nick is going to be on the deluxe edition cover of the new game alongside James Franklin. I'm certainly really excited to play it. I'm pretty sure Johnny McGonigal and I have talked about it a few times on a podcast, but we play fairly religiously. It's a good game. It's good to have it back, and it's cool that Nick is on the cover. He's alongside a couple of other college football stars and, of course, James Franklin, the Penn State head coach. It's a cool cover, cool game. I would check it out, but appreciate them setting up a little bit of a 15-minute interview with me with Nick that we're happy to be able to show you here on this, like I said, special edition of the Blue White Breakdown. Going to patch in the recording of the audio that I had with him. We talked just a little bit about what's it like to be on the cover of a video game. Told me he's been playing since NCAA 14, the last one that came out before CFB 25. A little bit about why he came back for his senior year, obviously. Pretty well documented that he could have gone and been in the NFL draft discussion. And then, a little bit about this new offense, a couple of the other young running backs in the room. It's really good stuff. A good little 15 minutes with him. So, going to send it over there. Appreciate you tuning in. And hope you enjoy it.
There's the recording. No intro needed. We got Nick on the line to talk about EA Sports, college football, and gracing the cover, the deluxe version of the cover. Max, we have 15 minutes for you.
Okay.
The team will send over the recording after this interview. But I'll let you take it away from here.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate it, Nick. Good to see you. How we feeling?
Good. How you doing? How you doing?
I'm doing really well. Loving this heat wave in State College.
Hey, right.
Unbelievable. So I guess we got 15 minutes, so let's get right into it. Obviously, last year, you kind of got the taste of being able to use yourself in a video game for the first time. I know that was probably pretty awesome, but
Right.
cover is different. So I mean, what's that feel like for you?
It's feel crazy right now. I still ain't processed it yet, but I'm just blessed. You being young, you playing the game, you playing NCAA. I've been playing NCAA my whole life, but just being on the cover, you watch people being on the cover on Madden, NCAA, but just being on the cover on the game, it's so unreal, man. I'm just so blessed.
Yeah. So you were tapped in back with like NCAA 14 too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. So gotta be pretty unbelievable. How often have you been playing? I mean, obviously you gotta balance school and football, but how often do you try and play?
Yeah, I try to play whenever I get free time. Like you said, school and football kind of takes up my whole life every day. But whenever I have free time, I want to get on the game. I usually get on NCAA to have fun
Yeah.
with it.
Now, have you won a Heisman with yourself yet in the game?
No, I haven't not, man. I haven't not. It's just like you said, I've been so busy. We don't get no free time off. But
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
probably playing the game with my friends. Just playing the game with them.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I gotcha. What are you most excited about for the new game? I know like there's a couple things like the playbooks are different. You might be able to use some of Coach K's stuff in there. It looks pretty cool. Yeah.
No, just playing with the fans. Playing with myself, obviously, playing with my teammates, and like you said, playing with the playbook with Coach K. It's just all fun, just blessed, and I can't wait to have the game and play with it.
Yeah. To look ahead a little bit, year two under Coach K, what's this feeling like? I mean, what are the vibes right now?
Yeah, and the vibe's been good. We got a lot of new plays. I feel like it's gonna be really good. We're excited about it. I'm meeting with him all the time. Just getting stuff done. But I feel like Coach K is obviously he's been really good last year too. So we're gonna add new stuff, and it's gonna look good this year.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, obviously a little bit of a difference, even closer to you too with Coach Drayton. And I know you've talked about that a little bit already, but you've had a few months to get to know him. How close have you gotten with him? What are your takeaways with him?
Yeah, Coach Drayton's been really good. We're very close. The whole running back room loves him. He's been a guy just that came in. he's just all about his work. He's really good coach. His resume speaks for himself.
Yeah.
He always talks about the little details, always pushing us every day, testing us, and so far it's been really good.
Yeah, obviously I think we got a chance to talk to the assistants a couple weeks ago. I talked with him a lot, and he said for you and Katron both, a lot of what he wanted to work on with you guys when he got here was film study. How much has he changed? How you look at those things, and how much benefit have you seen already? This early.
It's been a lot of beneficial. I felt like I got better throughout the whole spring. Looking at the coverages, looking at the fronts. It's because everything can change. Your read keys can change. And even pass protection too. Just reading stuff faster, getting out into your route. So it's been really good, and he's been teaching us really good.
Yeah, yeah. Has he like? What kind of advice has he given you? On that front with film study and everything that stuck with you.
But say it again. Well,
Like what kind of advice has he given you? Any whether it's methods or whether it's just like a different way to watch things. What kind of tangible things has he given you on that front that you've taken away so far?
yeah, I just feel like just reading the coverages. Looking at the safeties. Rotations, the linebacker depth, and all that. It just tells like who's coming, who's not, like the blitzes and all that. So you can just read stuff faster, get out, and just obviously when you run the ball, your read keys can change with different front stunts and all that. So just playing the game up to neck. So it's been really good.
Yeah. You still living with Katron?
Yeah.
No, you guys are seniors now. What do you guys talk about with this season upcoming and going into your final camp and everything? Is it a little weird?
No, it's not weird. It's been all fun and all that. It's been really just fun. Running it back with my brother one more time this year. It was kind of it just feels good. One more year with him. We're obviously we said it before we all committed to come back. We want to win a national championship before we enter the draft. So that's our mindset, and we just been pushing each other every day to get better.
Yeah, so you did talk about it with those other guys, with Deny, Drew. That was a thing that played into your decision.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just talking to them about that. They've been that's their mindsets too. They want to leave here, leave their legacy, and be a national champion.
yeah. I'm gonna switch gears really quickly because I just don't want to forget it. You and Katron, who's the better CFB player?
TFV player.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie, he be on the game 24/7. Like even if he's tired, he gonna find a way to get on the game. Like, and he be with his homeboys, so he play on the game 24/7. So
all right. So
I
he's
would
got you.
probably give it to him a little bit, yeah. But we played like the first time it came out, we played with each other. He beat me, I beat him, but it's just that friendly competition.
Yeah, absolutely. Who do you think is best on the team if you had to pick?
Best on the team. Yeah, it's hard one. It's a hard one. I'd probably say him, Fat Man, or one of my running backs, Corey.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, Corey, I got you. Let's see here. So to talk about that legacy of 2020, that 2022 class, you guys all coming in. How many conversations have you guys had? You guys were kind of like projected to be in this spot, when you guys came in, and now that you're here, does it feel real yet? Like that this is on the horizon, your senior years with national championship hopes?
Yeah, it feels real, but at the same time, like it went by so fast. College. I just remember coming here my first year, just in the dorms, just fixing my room and getting ready for practice the next day. But now it's your senior year. Everybody's here, all the vets are back. It feels real, but at the same time, we're just here to have fun, get better, and compete for national championship.
How do you feel like you've grown the most, like as a person, in your 3.5 years now in state college?
Yeah, I feel like I've grown a lot. More just speaking more. Honestly, when I got here as freshman, I'm just a quiet person.
Yeah,
Overall, I don't talk a lot. I'll say something if I need to say it. But now my senior year, I'm talking more a little bit, talking to the freshmen more, talking to the vets, all that. Just speaking up when I need to, just trying to become more of a leader.
yeah, absolutely. Has that gone easily for you so far?
Yeah, it's gone easily for me. The coaches always say, I have a voice just because who I am and what I've done here at Penn State. So whenever I speak up, they all listen because they show that respect. So
Yeah, yeah. You and Katron, you're both. I know this isn't the primary goal, but you're both within striking distance of program rushing records. Is there a little bit of a friendly competition going on there too?
Yeah, for sure. It's always a friendly competition with each other. We always try to make each other better. There's always no hate for all that. His success, I love him. My success, he loves it. So it's that really good brotherhood type thing. So it's been really good.
Yeah, absolutely. The younger running backs in your room, you guys have a lot of depth in that room right now. Who are we not talking about enough? Outside of the program.
Mm, I'd probably say Quentin. Quentin's been really good throughout this whole summer workouts. He's been really fast. He's been testing us, testing other positions too.
Mhm.
He's just a really good worker, works hard, always stays out of trouble, always asks the questions, just trying to get better, find ways to get better. So Q's been good.
Yeah, that's awesome. I know he just got here, but do you have any insight for me on Jabri?
Yeah, Debris been really good too. He's on today too. He's been working hard on finishing the drill strong. Really good lifter. He's strong a little bit, but he obviously like I said he just got here too. He's always asking questions too, trying to find ways to get better. So he's been really good.
Yeah, absolutely. How about Drew? Obviously, you've been here with Drew for a long time. Um, do you notice anything different about him between this past season and right now?
Yeah, Drew's been phenomenal. His work ethic this season is outmatched, man. He's been working hard, finding ways to get better, always in the meeting rooms, always out there the first for workouts. You can tell like he's taking his leadership role to the next level, and it's obviously showing and it's paying off. Everybody's feeding off to it. So it's been really good.
Yeah. What do you think about that offensive line? You guys are bringing back four starters, and I think you probably have about eight guys at the very least that could start.
Yeah.
You guys really found a groove down the stretch last year. What's your relationship with them? What's it like running behind them this year?
Yeah, our relation is really good. We all tight, It's all jokes and all that when we all together. But when we step on the field, it's all business. And you can just tell, they took a big step too. They always been really good, but they took a big step during the spring. I feel like the run game's been phenomenal too. Even in
Mhm.
pass protection, they've been really good. So the line's been really good. One of the reasons why I came back, everybody's coming back too, so it kind of made sense. But we all have that good relationship. And, we're always just trying to find ways to get better for the season.
Yeah, yeah. You mentioned that was another reason you came back. I know you said the national championship, of course, that being a goal. How long did it take you to make that decision this winter? How difficult was it for you?
Yeah, it took me a minute. I'll say after the game, like, I took a week off. Just figuring out, talking to my family, seeing like what's the best decision for me, and obviously talking to other teammates, talking to Fat Man. He was really. It was kind of really a hard decision, but at the same time, I kind of knew like everybody was coming back. Their mindset was to win a national championship, and
Yeah,
even as Lily High School, my senior year, I always wanted to win a national championship before going to the draft. So after that, that's kind of made my decision to want to come back.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. I'm going to go to a lighter topic again to ask you about the photo shoot for the cover of the game. You did it with Coach Franklin as well. What was it like being there with him? Who was a little more receptive to the camera and all that?
Nah, it's crazy. I didn't know the coaches would be there. Thought it would just be players for it, but just seeing him there, I heard over before I went down there. But he was really good. Everybody was talking to each other. It was a friendly thing being there. Everybody was all friendly. He was talking to everybody else. I was talking to a lot of players too. So him being there, it was good. Having your head coach there, it's a big thing. So it's been really good.
Yeah, absolutely. So you think you got the better picture on the cover, or you think he got
I know I got it for sure.
it? Absolutely. Um, let's see. Um, you have personal goals this year. How do you feel like you're most different on the field from this past season, from your past three seasons? Where do you feel like you can get better this year and really, establish yourself as, a high draft pick next season?
Yeah, I feel like I can get better with everything. Running, obviously, making that one man miss, the safety, blocking too, catching out the backfield, being that whole complete back that I want to be. And goals, obviously, win a national championship, be All American, win Doak Walker Award, Heisman, just all these there's all these awards I want to win.
Yeah. How much like do you have like a vision board? Like, do you keep those things in front of you? I know some guys have different methods.
Yeah, on my lock screen, it's just every day is like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. All it says is grind, grind, grind. So every day just a grind, and
Okay.
it's gonna show.
Yeah, absolutely. What are you looking forward to most about getting into camp as a senior here?
Yeah, I'm just looking forward just to competing again with my brothers. Making each other better, and just obviously going out there and playing football again. It's gonna be fun. I just can't wait.
What do you what's something about this team, this offense that obviously you can't go into any specifics, but like any position groups, any players, any just general things about this group that you want us to know that the world may not be expecting from you guys yet?
Um, I'll just say, the offense is more versatile. A lot of players in different positions. Trying to find ways to get the best players the ball. So expect that, and expect a lot. Just our team to be really good.
Yeah. I think we're running up on time here. So when you get CFB 26, what's the first thing you're doing? What's your game mode?
First game mode,
Yeah.
definitely be on Heisman, and obviously play with Penn State for sure. Play in my position, play as me, and
Yep.
play anybody else I want to play against me.
Yeah, absolutely. If do you play any dynasty? I'm a big dynasty guy myself. Do you play any dynasty?
A little bit. I'm gonna try to do it this year more because I'm trying to find some time off to play the game, obviously. But this year for sure, I'm definitely going to Dynasty.
Yeah, I got you. You gotta get into your you gotta channel your inner Coach Franklin with the recruiting and everything. It can be a lot.
Yeah,
Awesome, awesome. Well, yeah, I appreciate it, Nick. This has been fun.
but thank you.
All right, folks, that was the interview with Nick Singleton. Once again, a thank you to EA College Sports, the makers of EA CFB 26, releasing on July 10th, for setting that up for us. Nick Singleton on the cover when that game releases on July 10th, and obviously a good kid and a really good football player too. He certainly deserves the honor. Is going to lead this Penn State team in 2025 with some expectations to potentially win a national championship. There are a lot of things to get to in the world of Penn State, a lot of recruiting topics that we're going to have to discuss. Peyton Falzone, Jackson Ford, Adam McCann Gibbs. Those are some names that have made commitments and flips in the past few days off the top of my head that Johnny and I are going to break down on a Tuesday podcast. We had something that we had to move it up from Monday to Tuesday, but we will be recording. If you're catching this on Tuesday before you've seen that, go check it out. If you haven't seen it, I've taken a couple of things from this Nick Singleton interview and put them online over at PennLive.com. Make sure you check those things out. As always, we're with you here throughout the summer. We're going to do another live Thursday podcast every week at noon. Bob Flounders and I were holding down the fort for a while with Johnny gone. Now it's back to me and Johnny for a little bit. So appreciate all of you for always tuning in to the Blue White Breakdown. Appreciate you tuning in for this Nick Singleton interview. And yeah, we'll keep seeing you around. Subscribe, like, keep following. Take care.